Hello, so I'm just gonna say it. And I don't care if the police comes and knocks on my door or wants to accuse me of being a racist, sharing hatred, division, trying to divide people and all this bollocks. Okay? Time after time, almost every day, you switch on the TV and there's an illegal migrant causing chaos, havoc, horror, assault, ape, murder, beheadings, because this government and our politicians are not controlling the borders. They are not controlling the people that come in here and checking them, checking their backgrounds, nothing. We are being invaded, and this spineless political party in power, including our Prime Minister, unfortunately, Keir Starmer, has got no ability and no will to protect his own people, okay? And people are starting to wake up, yeah? And if the police is saying, well, there will be consequences because of the riots and this is not acceptable. I'm telling you what you're doing, you politicians, and what you're doing, Keir Starmer, is not acceptable. Putting our own women, children, and men in danger, okay? And you come over and I'm talking to the illegal migrants that have no good intentions. You claim benefits, you come over here because you know you're getting protected, and as a thank you, you create violence, hate, division. You're the ones that are doing that, and the politicians are supporting that, okay? The lies aren't working no more. People are waking up. It is evident in Europe, and because of the state of our country, the UK, that this mass immigration, sickness, disease is not working anymore. And all them empty promises that Keir Starmer said when he was elected, the politicians are elected and voted to protect us. We never voted for all this illegal migrant crisis. Oh, you want to save money? Stop letting them in. Stop paying them benefits. Stop giving them free housing. Ease pressure on the benefit system on the NHS. Yeah? On the housing. And stop supporting this madness. You are not safe anymore in this country. We are not safe anymore in this country. And it's all thanks to the politicians that have adopted this human rights law, and they're taking advantage of this. And our country is collapsing. It's very simple. Stop the boats. Stop letting them in. And this got nothing to do with racism, okay? This is about survival of our own people. Yes, migrants are welcome if they do the illegal immigration process legally and properly, but not uncontrolled. Look what happened. Look what happens. Yeah? And if you think that the people are willing to put up with this any longer, then you are mistaken. And if you think you will not be held accountable, you politicians that have allowed this to happen, flooding our country, and I'm talking about all the politicians, you in Europe, you here in England, If you think you get away with this, you've got another thing coming. Because people are going to fight back. Because our own people are being killed by those who wish us harm. And I have to say it, and that's a fact. Most of them people are Islamists, extremists, Africans, and all sorts of backgrounds from this area that caused this. Isn't it any surprise that people are getting wary when they see another colored face that has attempted to, no, this is enough. You want to knock on my door? You want to arrest me for telling the truth? Well, I've got nothing to lose no more. I've got emphysema. I might not have long. I'm tired of living in a world that I no longer recognize. And I don't care if you call me a racist or if you come and arrest me for speaking out, for speaking the truth. A lot of people have been arrested for speaking the truth, for speaking out. Humiliated, called a racist. I don't care no more. People don't care no more. Yes, there are decent immigrants in this country, and not everyone is bad. But unfortunately, a lot of them, most of them, are up to no good. You are putting this country into chaos. You want to save money? Stop this. Put money into the armed forces, because Keir Starmer isn't doing that, so we can protect our country in case the worst happens. And get them out. Listen to the people. The problem is the politicians are not listening to their own people. The politicians are there, and they have been voted in to protect us. They're being elected on the promises they have delivered us. Once they're in power, they don't hold up to it. They don't do what they promised. It's always the same. They only want to come to power, and once they're in power, you can't get rid of them no more. Look what Keir Starmer's doing. There should be a law that if a politician promises things and he gets elected into power, and he doesn't fulfill things after a certain amount of time, that he will be booted out. Keir Starmer should not be here anymore. He should not be in office no more. He's destroying our country. Okay? So, please do not cause division. The politicians tell us, well, it's the politicians that cause the division. They have invited all this in. They have invited all this chaos, and they are responsible for all this chaos breaking out on our streets in Europe and London. Almost on a daily basis, you see an illegal migrant, or legal migrant too, because they're letting them in, migrant. But they have no wish to integrate with our society. They have no respect. They hate us. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about everyone. But a lot of them, isn't it funny, are fighting aged men. Where are the women and children? Yeah, and most of them are Islamists and black Africans. They can hardly speak English. They don't understand our Western culture or Western civilization. That have no common sense. That haven't got the capacity to understand what's right and wrong. And you let them in. What do you expect will happen? Yeah? I saw just a video on someone that pulled their trousers down on a public train in central London in front of children and people had to intervene and kick him out off the train. This must stop. And if you politicians don't start protecting our borders and our people, which is your responsibility as a politician, you must go. And if you refuse, you need to be forcefully removed. And there should be a power to do that. This is unacceptable. This is unbelievable. This is simply disgusting. You are letting this happen. Every past murder by an illegal immigrant or immigrant forced stop is your fault. You let this happen. Keir Starmer, your people in Brussels, the main head politicians there, who forcing all the laws onto us, and we have to take everyone in and put our own people last. Shame on this government, and shame on you, Keir Starmer. You must resign, and if you don't resign, you've got another thing coming. Okay? Shame on you. Keir Starmer needs to be prosecuted and held accountable and punished for what he did. So must all the other politicians that have caused this to happen. So, what are people supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? You're not protecting the borders. You let them come here, and our own women and children and men are being put at risk and being murdered by immigrants that do not belong here. If you're an immigrant that is decent, which we had, and which we still have, fine. If you do it the legal way, the proper way, and if you contribute, and if you're a good person, but the people don't even get deported that cause crimes and horrendous crimes. If you want to free the prisons, deport them. If you want to free up housing, free up the welfare bill, deport the people that commit crimes, who are here have an immigration status or asylum seeker status and don't behave themselves and cause heinous crimes. Get them out. What's the matter with you? This is insanity. This is insanity. I don't want to live in a world like this anymore. And if I die tomorrow, I won't miss this world. I'm sick to death, and so are other people, to live in a country like this and in a world like this. Look what happened to Europe. Look what happened to the UK. America is laughing at the UK and Europe. They shake their head. They can't believe what's happening. If you don't stop this, politicians in Europe, if you don't stop this, Keir Starmer, and if you don't immediately resign, and you woke left attitude people, wake up. This has got nothing to do with open-mindedness and freedom and multiculturalism. This is something to do with the politicians letting us be invaded and killed. Stop this at once, or else you have no business to be in power. You have no business to be in power. And when people are telling the truth and say enough is enough, we are being put last and we are being attacked by people that have no respect for our culture, that simply do not belong here. This has got nothing to do with fleeing war countries. They come through Europe, through all kinds of different countries, for the benefits and the housing. And they're being put first, and they're being prioritized. People are sick of it. This must end at once. Rise up, people. Rise up. Don't let this be a dictatorship. Don't let Keir Starmer continue this. Get him out. Get all them politicians out. Once and for all. Stand up. Now.